I met you. You smiled, and I was invited to look into your eyes. Although they were brown, I had never seen such a yearning, as if your eyes were the color of empty. I realized you needed to feel love, to feel pretty, to feel the full and abundant love I had stored in me. I gave it freely. I told you the white wave of silver swirling through your gold locks was mesmerizing. I pressed my face into your hair and breathed in the sensation of a future promise. It was soft and it smelled sweet. I saw your lips perfectly curved and poised, and they drew me in. Always saying words that my lonely little heart hadn't heard in such a long time. The enchantment and excitement, they drew me in, into your mouth way down, past the soft lips, way down, through the swollen tongue, fiery kiss, down, down, down. In an electrically charged flash, I was shocked up into your chest, into your breath, and mine was taken away. Asphyxiation, ironically, feels like falling in love. It was way down there that I looked and I saw your little soul. I picked it up, trembling. Holding it in my hands, I pulled it gently to my chest. I let it rest next to my beating heart. Shh. It's okay, beautiful. I've got you now. I could feel the shame it possessed. It had been scarred and scabbed over and over. I could feel the toxic tenderness, and I said, I care. I can love you now. I took that little tender, sensitive, bewildered soul, and I placed it in the pocket of my heart. I started stroking your hair, and it became a practice. It was only later that I would realize I was stroking your ego. Day in and day out, night after night, day in and day out, night after night, day in and day out, night after night. Finally, I felt like I had found my purpose and my passion, to belong in your arms forever, needed by the needy. The addiction became exhausting. I was breathing less and less. My muscles were swollen and tightened and cramped to be relieved, but I couldn't stop stroking and loving, stroking and loving, stroking and loving. I begged for rest. So you pulled my head up to your chest and told me I could sleep, but I couldn't. Night after night, my body restless. So I rolled you over, I rubbed your back, and you slept with such comfortable ease. With my hand on your back, I could slowly feel like maybe my hands were just blocking a hole to your soul. That's it. I just needed to feel the hole in this soul, and then you would be renewed with complete wholeness. So I gave, and I gave, and I gave, and I gave. And the more I gave, the more miserable you presented. I was so tired and weak and exhausted. I fell to my knees, soaked in a puddle of tears. There I started begging for you to see me, grateful for what I had offered you. I'm here, I shouted up. I've fallen at your feet, coddling your soul, your bruised ego soul. Can't you feel how much I've been sharing with you? What else can I give you? You looked down, you smirked, you rolled your eyes, and you slapped me so hard that my head turned in, and in that moment I saw me. I saw what I was experiencing. You mirrored my smile, you mirrored my laugh, my thoughts, my feelings, my beliefs. All. I looked in the mirror, and now I look like you. Some may say that we look like a perfectly great connection. But what used to be this superhero shield of love that I had was now a tired, shallow, empty chest. Like I was shoved into an invisible closet with the door slammed shut, stonewalling me from my own needs. All alone in the vast and cold and dark and needing, shivering, I saw your hole was still there. Confusion set in. I could not understand how all that I had already filled was already gone. How? Now you have nothing and I have nothing left to give. So I pulled your soul out of my pocket where I had kept it safe the whole time. I put it at your feet. The puddle it sat in was cold and wet and salty. You kicked about screaming ugly, trauma-bonded words that ricocheted the emptiness inside of you, and I turned from the tongue lashing, hung my head so low that I could make eye contact with the shell of my broken heart. I used my still, soft, warm, malleable hands. Piece by piece, step by step, I wallowed further away, gathering up all the broken pieces I could find. I pulled them close to my chest, hoping that they would hear the echo of their distant home. I left you there on the ground where you fell, kicking and screaming, hoping to have your angry, childlike needs met, and I wept. I shoved all the broken pieces into the cradle of one of my arms, and with the other hand, I still yet reached out, brushed your head back, ran my fingers through the soft billowing waves of your tangled mane, kissed your forehead, avoiding the lips that had the power to pull me in before. And I kissed your forehead, and I said goodbye. I cried goodbye.